Hey, hey, hey! Captain America here. I just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in. And I'm looking across this land, this fruited plain, and it's not looking so good. What's up, Orange Man Bad cutting benefits?
We cannot keep our promises on Medicare. We simply must make the cuts in waste, fraud, and abuse in Medicare.
Oh, my bad, my bad. Wrong administration. Hold on. Let me fix that. Here we go.
One of the commitments that I made to the American people was that we would do a better job here in Washington in rooting out wasteful spending.
Okay, so that was a pretty obvious point, right? They're condemning Trump for doing the exact same thing that their own people were doing just a few years ago. So let's shift over to China, right? We got this tariffs going on with this trade imbalance with China, people ripping us off. Let's see what Trump has to say about that.
How far does China have to go?
Wait, what? Nancy Pelosi's a racist Nazi? What is this?
How much more repression? How big a trade deficit and loss of jobs for the American worker? And how much more dangerous proliferation has to exist before members of this House of Representatives will say, I will not endorse the status quo?
Could you imagine if she went full Trump and started pulling out charts to show people how bad it really was?
I'd like to call the attention of our colleagues to this chart on the status quo that the business community is asking each and every one of you to endorse today. Right now, we have a $34 billion trade deficit with China, the 1995 figure. It will be over $40 billion for 1996.
Yeah. Orange Man Bad, cutting benefits, tariffs. What's next? Is he going to be deporting 1,000 people a day? Oy vey.
Last time we spoke, you said that you weren't king, you were president. There were only certain things you could do unilaterally. As time goes on, 1,000 deportations on average a day.
Wait, what? Barack Obama was deporting 1,000 people a day? I don't recall people calling him a racist Nazi. Are we dealing with a bunch of hypocrites here?
People are wondering, and our Twitter feeds and Facebook feeds, that's the question everybody asks. Won't you at least consider unilaterally freezing deportations for the parents of deferred action kids?
Yeah. Here's the problem that I have, Jose, and I've said this consistently. My job in the executive branch is supposed to be to carry out the laws that are passed.
Oh yeah, Barack, the law-abiding president who used all the alphabet agencies to go after his political opponent. And they're calling Trump a Nazi.
Who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think we're on the run? We are...
Oy vey. These guys are the perfect constituency for George Soros and the World Economic Forum and the Great Reset. They're either overly educated to the point where they're too smart for their own britches and they just look down on flyover America, or they're, well, I'll let this lady describe them for you.
This is the most stupid group of people I ever seen.
Donald Trump deports rapists and murderers and pedophiles and necrophiliacs. He's a racist.
During the Iranian hostage crisis, Jimmy Carter deported thousands of Iranians. This was done on the basis of national security. What Democrats today are saying makes Jimmy Carter a racist dictator.
What if we had a congressman, like a sitting congressman who was so out of touch, like used his power and his bully pulpit to suggest we bring all these Tren de Agua and MS-13 gangbangers back to America? That would be like reading an article from The Onion. It couldn't possibly have ever happened. There's no way that happened, Greg. Stop. If you show me a video of this happening, bruh, I'm done.
And to demand the return of people unlawfully taken to El Salvador on that so-called plane full of gangbangers.
The most stupid group of people I ever seen.
I love her. I love her. Honestly, I don't know how Musk puts up with this, you know? I mean, seriously, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to find fraud, waste, and abuse. And I'd prefer he not be in Doge because I'm losing my shorts on my Tesla stock. I'm holding on. The tree is shaking and I'm hanging on. But this whole Nazi salute thing, they take this one image and they capture that picture and then they spread it all over the world and they just use it to call Republicans Nazis. It's insane. Have you seen the full clip? It's a little awkward, but come on. A Nazi salute, seriously. It's just awkward.
Thank you. My heart goes out to you.
I mean, is there not one Democrat that's elected with a brain, with the courage to say, guys, seriously, Elon Musk is obviously not a Nazi. He's literally trying to find fraud, waste, and abuse. The same thing that Obama wanted to do, Clinton wanted to do. I got clips of Clinton saying the same thing, Nancy Pelosi. I mean, come on. The country, if it keeps going the way it was going, would have been totally insolvent. I mean, could you imagine if the Democrats had somebody taking a picture of them and their arm was just like that and people snapped it and spread it all around and called them Nazis? I mean, here's a montage of what it would look like if we played those stupid, silly games that they're playing. You get it? I mean, you really have to illustrate the absurd with the absurd. That's what Rush Limbaugh used to say. But they're literally taking that picture of Musk and they're gluing it to Tesla charging stations. I mean, these people are like the brown shirt, jackboot Stasi of modern day society. Imagine what it must be like for these people who I don't know, they're just low information voters. They're seeing this stuff on TikTok and now they think it's cool to go key a Tesla and videotape themselves while they're doing it. Would you be doing this if you had $1 million in your bank account? This next lady did. Imagine that. You got $1 million and you get wrapped up in mass psychosis. You can afford to buy as many Teslas as you want, but you're going to stop your car, get out, and go key the Tesla that's parked behind you, and then take off like, do you know who I am? And could you imagine, Pam Bondi, she's not going to mess around. You're going to use an incendiary device and bomb Teslas? What do you think is going to happen to you? You think she's going to show mercy on you?
An arrest in the attack at a Las Vegas Tesla facility where 5 cars were set ablaze or damaged with Molotov cocktails.
We were able to identify and arrest the suspect involved in this attack. The suspect's name is Paul Kim, K-I-M. He's an Asian male adult, and he is 36 years of age.
Authorities released this video showing what they say is the suspect scrawling "resist" on the door. They say this is video of him in the parking lot.
And you'll see him shoot into the vehicle. Once he shoots into the vehicle, he ends up going back from the vehicle to the bag and then back to the car, presumably picking up his item that he used to be able to firebomb the vehicle.
There's nothing courageous or noble about firebombing private property and terrorizing your local community.
You don't know who Pam Bondi is? I'll show you a video clip of her real quick. She's the Attorney General. She's not going to take any guff. These Antifa people, they were going around Democrat cities because they knew that the Soros attorneys there weren't going to prosecute, and they were telling the police to back off and let the people vent. Well, now we're back to days of law and order. And that guy, he spray painted resist. He sprayed, resist on the doors of Tesla. Resist what? What? Fraud, waste, and abuse? Deportation of murderers and rapists? What are you resisting? I mean, the people that scream the most are the ones that are more guilty of fraud. And I was going to say, so I'm showing you this picture right now of Congressman Chris Pappas wearing his Resist t-shirt. Keep that in mind when he runs for Senate in New Hampshire. Just keep that in the back of your mind. Now, let's see. Let me show you a clip of Pam Bondi and see who these people are going to be dealing with.
I've made it clear, if you take part in the wave of domestic terrorism against Tesla properties, we will find you, arrest you, and put you behind bars. Today, I'm proud to announce that the Department of Justice has unsealed federal charges against another Tesla attacker. We've charged Cooper Frederick in the firebombing of a Tesla dealership that occurred on March 7th in Loveland, Colorado. All of these cases are a serious threat to public safety. Therefore, there will be no negotiating. We are seeking 20 years in prison. The crime was committed in Colorado, and thanks to the great investigative work by the FBI, the defendant was arrested in Plano, Texas. Let this be a warning. You can run, but you cannot hide. Justice is coming.
These people are dangerous. They're sick in the head. They need psychological evaluation. A lot of them need a rubber room. Could you imagine trying to run a Tesla off the road? Trying to force a Tesla to crash? I'm going to show you a video clip right now where somebody they did a head-on collision and nearly killed themselves and killed somebody else while putting the life of a Tesla driver in danger just because they saw that Tesla on the road. They pull in front of this car, go around the bend, they start to slow down a little bit, and all of a sudden, bam, they do a brake check to see if the Tesla would hit them. And then, as they're driving away, they're looking in the mirror at the Tesla and turn a corner and a head-on collision and nearly killed somebody. Is that insane or what? The next one I'm going to show you, a guy sees a Tesla, gets triggered. These people get triggered by the name of Trump, triggered by a Trump hat, triggered by the name of Elon Musk, triggered by the sight of a Tesla, pulls in front of the Tesla, stops the Tesla, gets out and starts to do damage to the vehicle. And this old man in the Tesla's like, what the heck, man? He gets out. He's like, hey, do you mind? I'm getting so pissed that I had to go get my Tesla hat. Why am I laughing? These people are literally insane. And I'm going to show you another one. This one, the guy nearly kills a little girl on a bicycle because of Musk deranged syndrome. He starts flipping off this guy. I might have to turn the audio down on some of this because there's a lot of foul language going back and forth. I mean, the guy's just driving his Tesla, normal dude, and here comes, Elon deranged syndrome. And he's flipping the guy in the Tesla off, so he's filming him, and then they start jawing back and forth, and the dude that was flipping off the Tesla car drove away, wasn't even looking where he was going, and just so busy, transfixed by this Tesla that he hit a girl on a bicycle, a little girl. You could hear people screaming, like this was life and death. Nearly killed a little girl. I mean, lock these people up. Come on.
my TikTok highlight, yeah, go ahead, go f- yourself. Go f- yourself. I'm paying attention to you. Hey, you Joe Biden looking mother. You. Oh, God. God, he just hit somebody. God. Oh, God.
Tell you what, man, did that put your heart in your stomach? I mean, that was. And have you seen any of these people that got caught? I've seen plenty of videos on Twitter, X, of the people that have been caught and confronted. Oh, yeah, you're all over Facebook. Who, me? Huh? What? A guy in New Hampshire got popped too. Here's a video, if you haven't seen any, of a guy who got caught. He can't even apologize. I think he said something like, oh, I'm sorry if I upset you. What? How about you're sorry for what you did? Not sorry for you got caught.
How about you pay for the repairs? Write a check. You just bought a Tesla.
I can wipe it off
No,
with a towel.
no,
It's not
no.
a key.
It is a
It was
hate crime,
it was
sir.
A crayon.
It is a hate crime.
Listen,
Did you write a swastika on there?
I'm sorry you're upset.
Did you write a swastika?
It didn't even work. Apparently it doesn't work.
Did you write a
The crayons
swastika
don't
on
work.
the? It's a key, sir. We see it on the video.
It's not a key.
Did you? Is it a swastika?
I was probably putting my keys in my pocket.
Is it a swastika?
Have you looked at your car?
Is it a swastika?
Is there a key
yes.
mark?
Is it
It's
a
not-
swastika?
that's impossible.
It's at the police right now. It's being fingerprinted.
What do you mean it's being fingerprinted?
The most stupid group of people I ever seen.
Because they're trying to track you down. Thankfully, Facebook tracked you down. So your business, your freaking livelihood, everything now.
Listen,
because you chose to write so to tell Facebook that you're sorry for writing a swastika on a Tesla.
Listen, I said I'm sorry.
For what?
And I
For what?
apologize.
For what?
I have nothing against
For
your
what?
car, and I have nothing against you.
So why
Okay?
would you write a swastika on a Tesla?
Obviously, I have something against Elon Musk, but that's not the
So
way
Elon
to
Musk
show my...
owns that car because
No,
it was
he
bought
owns
and
the
paid
company.
for. It was bought and paid for a long time
That's
ago.
why it's misguided, and obviously, I did not intend to do this.
All right, we're gonna wait.
There's a video clip of Malcolm X. There's a lot of people that do a lot for minorities, a lot of white people. Malcolm X admits this, but he says the ones you got to watch out for are the ones that say that they're there to help you, but they call themselves liberal. He's like, those are the ones you got to watch out for because they are the fucks.
There are many whites who are trying to solve the problem, but you never see them going under the label of liberals. That white person that you see calling himself a liberal is the most dangerous thing in the entire Western Hemisphere. He's the most deceitful. He's like a fox, and a fox is always more dangerous in the forest than the wolf. You can see the wolf coming. You know what he's up to, but the fox will fool you. He comes at you with his mouth shaped in such a way that even though you see his teeth, you think he's smiling. And you take him for
I
a
wonder if
friend.
that was after Malcolm X made that trip abroad, visited other cultures, and he came back much more mellow individual. But he was right. The liberals are the most dangerous people in the Western Hemisphere. I'm going to show you some clips right now of people expressing what kind of danger. Like this next lady, she wants violence. It's not even summer of 2025 yet. I mean, when it gets warm outside, could you imagine how much worse this is going to get? I mean, everybody knew this was going to happen when Trump won. They were just going to, try to burn the country down all over again. But this lady is suggesting, I think she's suggesting that somebody take a shot at the president because she's like, straight up, somebody be a hero. Where's the hero?
We're underreacting. We need to be rioting, not protesting. We need to be burning shit to the ground. Somebody needs to be a hero. Somebody needs to be a f***ing hero. We'd all think you were rad. Be a hero.
Gosh. I wonder if she's married. Could you imagine being married to that? And this next clown, literally, he should really have a red nose as he's doing his little, probably TikTok video. Literally saying, if you're a Republican and you, talk to him, you deserve to die.
Hello, My name is Scarlett Kelly, and I am officially declaring war on the Republican Party. If you are a Republican on TikTok and you want to interact with me, you deserve to die. You deserve to be shot. You deserve whatever suffering could possibly come to you. If you are a Republican and try to start any of that kind of nonsense with me in person, you will lose your life. This is war. I am not joking. It's done. You are not an American anymore. You're out. You're off the list. You've been naughty. Like, come on. We're gonna start giving you the coal in the form of massive stones on top of a slab of wood on top of you. Have a wonderful day.
Have a nice day. I'm going to kill you. Have a nice day. This guy that we just watched reminds me of people that I have met out in the trade. I meet 100 people a day. And during COVID, the mass psychosis was really bad. And even during Trump's first campaign, when people found out I was voting for him, oh my gosh, people flipped on a dime. People that had been so nice to me forever flipped on a dime and started being wicked rude to me. Like, and they have the power as a vendor. I got the company logo on my chest. I can't say anything. Like, I can't fight back. I can push back to a point, but we have to be skilled at picking and choosing our battles and kind of just keeping our mouth shut and having thick skin, honestly. And even more so now that HR rules all these companies, you could be fully in the right. And then these clowns pick up a phone and call your company. And now you're up against HR. Don't even get me going there. But anyhow, this next girl that I'm going to show you reminds me of some of these people that I ran into that were so nice to me. And all of a sudden they found out somehow, some way that I was a Republican. And then they started to loathe me.
Found out today that somebody that I work with is a conservative, and he's somebody who's really intelligent, and he's somebody who works in climate tech as a super smart guy, somebody I would never have thought was conservative, and apparently he is. And it's surprising and it's disgusting, but what's most surprising to me is the level of sudden hatred that I have for him. Sudden hatred for this man who I used to respect suddenly just went boop, and I hate him now.
I know a lot of liberals. I mean, this is a purple state. It's basically split right down the middle. And some you can talk to, and some you just know that's not worth it, you know? And it's interesting talking to somebody who leans left when you can have an honest discussion. It's actually really fun. But clearly this girl has been influenced by, who knows, school, media, friends, colleagues, peer pressure. And when it gets to the point where it is right now, that's when people's lives are in danger. I mean, look what happened to Trump.
Take a look at what happened.
My blood goes cold just watching that clip. And now it's Elon Musk who's got the death threats all the time. And this is one of the greatest genius in the history of civilization. He's literally, his AI might be the AI that cures cancer, that ends hunger in Africa. His AI is going to win Nobel Prizes. It's going to be to the point where the only human that wins a Nobel Prize is probably going to be literature. You know, maybe peace. I mean, he's having people who are quadriplegic be able to do whatever they want on a computer. And he's losing money by doing this.
Like the radical left are saying that like somehow we're stealing Social Security. Like, first of all, I don't need the money, okay? In fact, it's costing me a lot to be in this job. You had like Tim Walz dancing on stage showing a chart of Tesla stock, which is a really awful thing for him to do. Because what they're trying to do is put massive pressure on me and Tesla, I guess, to I don't know, stop doing this. It's my Tesla stock and the stock of everyone who holds Tesla went roughly in half. I mean, it's a big deal. So not only am I not getting I'm not getting paid, definitely not stealing money, and would never get away with it. But the value of my Tesla stock is in half.
Elon Musk were here right now. What would you tell him?
Go back where you come from.
America or
Where he came from.
South Africa?
South Africa?
South Africa, right?
Oh, gotta go.
They're mad at Trump for deporting illegals who are taking jobs in your neighborhood, but they want to deport him.
This is the most stupid group of people I ever seen.
Just because your butt hurt that Trump is president, do you think that gives you the right to vandalize personal property?
Destruction of property is a perfectly viable source of protest. No harming humans, obviously.
Yeah.
Human life is sacred no matter whose it is. But property these are just things. These are just cars.
Could you imagine me standing next to her at Dunkin' Donuts in line to get a cup of coffee and she sees my Tesla hat? I mean, what is she going to do to me? Throw her coffee at me? These people are absolutely nuts. I produced a video one time of when I wore a MAGA hat to a supermarket and how people treated me. It was unbelievable. Maybe I can tag it to this video. But now I want to show you of a guy, he's on a subway in Manhattan wearing a MAGA hat. And this girl started to attack him, calling him a racist and everything. But she was a little top-heavy. And boy, she face planted when she chased after him.
Chill, bro. You're okay with that? He's a racist. How can I be racist? He's a racist. If you voted for Trump, you're a racist.
I don't know how long the Democrats have been running the dog since who knows how long. But then Trump comes in and just hits well, this is my stuff. I hope you enjoy the hat. Oh, she's trying to attack her.
Okay, so now, I hate Trump. I'm driving home and this guy, I got to go by his property every day and he's got a Trump sign. I can't take it. I'm going to get out of my car and I'm going to attack that Trump sign. I kill you, I kill you, I kill you. I don't put a Trump sticker on my car. No way. Could you imagine giving up your Saturday, nice, beautiful day, and you're going to go to Tesla and protest Elon Musk for what he's doing? What is he doing? What's he doing? He's finding billions of dollars of waste. He's saving our Social Security. And they give you signs and they got swastikas on there and you hold in your swastika and you're line dancing. You're line dancing and you think you're changing the world, but you just look so stupid.
This is the most stupid group of people I ever seen.
Don't touch people. Come on. Keep your hands to yourself. Keep your hands. Why are you always go to violence and keying Teslas and throwing Molotov cocktails? Why do you always have to get violent? Peaceful protest. Peaceful protests. Peaceful protests. Peaceful protests. Peaceful.
How stupid can they be? At least 50% of them are using Airbnb. Isn't Airbnb part of Dodge too? He's one of the people. How many of them are going to stay next weekend at Airbnb? This is the most stupid group of people I ever seen. What Elon Musk is doing for this country is saving it so people can have Social Security 10 years from now.
What do you think about Elon Musk giving Starlink to Ukraine?
Giving Starlink to Ukraine.
So they could have access to internet.
Well, I don't think he would ever do that.
No, he did.
Oh, he did? When did he do that?
A couple years back. Once the war broke out.
Are they still able to use it?
Yes.
Oh, well, I think that's a good thing. I'm surprised it hasn't been taken back.
Look at that. We're finding good common ground for everyone today. So would you be willing to thank Elon Musk today?
That's an iffy. No, I don't think so.
Despite him giving internet access to Ukraine?
No.
How could she not know that? She's got her Ukraine flag. She's that invested in Ukraine, and she doesn't know that if not for Elon Musk, there would be no more Ukraine because Russia jammed all their signals. So he gave them Starlink, so they're able to see. Their military is able to plan their tactical battles because they have Starlink.
No, he needs to get out of our government. We didn't elect him. He needs to go.
Dr. Fauci wasn't elected. A lot of people think that he's responsible for the deaths of thousands of people with that wokey pokey, with the clot shot. I wonder what she thinks of him.
And
what do you think of Dr. Fauci?
I love Dr. Fauci.
Do you think we elected him?
He was appointed by our president.
So was Elon Musk.
This is the most stupid group of people I ever seen.
Orange man, bad. Hamas, good. Tren de Agua, muy bueno.
And an illegal alien who was released by the Biden administration into our country was just arrested in Georgia and charged with the horrific killing of Camelia Williams, a mother of 5 and grandmother. The suspect has now been indicted on charges of malice murder, felony murder, aggravated assault, rape, aggravated sexual battery, and necrophilia, which for those who don't know, necrophilia is a sexual obsession with a corpse. This suspect was ordered to be removed in July 2023, but the Biden administration allowed him to stay.
Tell you, man, these liberals, they have blood on their hands. Honestly, they don't care about you. They do not care about you. Their plan is to flood all the swing states with the illegals. They went from 200,000 Social Security numbers for non-citizens to over 2.3 million in just a couple of years under Biden. They are trying to make America one big giant blue state where they can have permanent left-wing control of this country and end democracy. This is the biggest voter fraud scam in the history of civilization. It's what's happening right now. But now, thank God, we have law and order. I got to show you this clip. Kristi Noem, Homeland Security. She's out helping getting the illegals out of the country, sending them to El Salvador. She went down there. These people know how to troll, man. These people know how to troll. She went down there with her $50,000 Rolex and had the prison guards get all these Tren de Agua, MS-13 gangbangers who were kicked out of the country. And now they're in that prison in El Salvador. And she stood in front of them and said, "This is what's going to happen to you. We are coming for you." And all those guys had to stand at attention behind her, all tatted, all thugged up. They looked all bad, you know, when they were gangbanging all over America, stealing our money, robbing our people, raping our women. And now they know how to snap to attention that they're in one of those jails down there. This clip is epic.
Illegally. This is one of the consequences you could face. First of all, do not come to our country illegally. You will be removed and you will be prosecuted. But know that this facility is one of the tools in our toolkit that we will use.
That's legit, bro. Now, some of these clips, like, I apologize that you kind of have to sit through them. These are all clips that I collected in 1 week. I've been watching this stuff since Matt Drudge broke the Lewinsky story. And he used to show this stuff all the time. You know, this is just the tip of the iceberg. I don't even normally even bother with this stuff. I watch it and I move on. I can't even deal with it. But I'm like, you know what? Every once in a while, I gotta throw some of this stuff out there because not everybody's watching what I watch, and I consume a lot of other type of product as well, history, books on tape, religion, and this I can only take so much of this. But I want to show you a clip right now of some of the other issues that we're dealing with these left-wing loonies, and that's how they want to groom your children. They want to sexually groom your children for their own personal deviancy. These are the type of people that keep wanting to lower the age of consent, And so there's a guy right here speaking, I don't know, probably a school board. They want to, who knows, try to stop this DEI nonsense in the schools. And this guy is presuming to speak for your children, for your children's sexual desires. You can't make this stuff up.
I will speak loud for those who cannot speak. I'm a proud he, she, they, them, whatever. I am a boyfriend to a beautiful woman. I am a girlfriend to a handsome trans man. And I am also a girlfriend to an incredibly beautiful woman. One of the first things we learn in a healthy family is trust, and unfortunately some parents don't trust their children when they say, "This is me." And they make that decision for them. That may make the child fearful from the people that claim to be trying to protect them.
Isn't that disgusting? And you see the people in the background going, yes, yes, groom them. Rubber room. And we have a congressman, Tim McBride, a man pretending to be a woman, reading little groomy trans books to little kids, affirming little kids to be sexually confused and vulnerable for people with less than honorable desires. You cannot make this up.
She went with her family to the doctor, and the doctor said that she's a girl, and everyone should see her and treat her like a girl, right? Which is to say that they should call her Jazz, and they should treat her with respect and be nice to her. But can I ask you one more question? So that journey that she had from people thinking she was a boy, and the fact that Jazz knew she was a girl, to her parents and her friends accepting her as the girl that she is, that journey is called being transgender. And like Jazz said, that makes her a little different from some of the other kids. And Jazz at the end talks about how being different is good.
Isn't that disgusting? Like, how is it that the village idiot now has the gavel? Like, who elected these people to represent them? A man pretending to be a woman who goes into elementary schools and grooms little children. A sitting member of Congress. You've heard the expression wolves in sheep's clothing. It's from the Bible. It's about pastors who claim to represent Jesus Christ and teach their flock about the Bible, but really they don't believe the gospel message. They're just using it as a cloak, a veneer of respectability. Half these ecumenical churches, they're all wolves in sheep's clothing. And I'll give you an example of one right now of this guy. He tries to teach his flock that God is a tranny. Why am I laughing? It's complete blasphemy.
The God that we serve is beyond our anthropomorphic framing of God. If all you can do is frame God by a male or male using male pronouns, then you have broken down God to only give God 50% capacity. And that is why it must be understood that our language cannot speak to the totality of who God is. As a matter of fact, I would even make the controversial statement that God has a trans nature. Why would I say that that God has a trans nature? Because when you look at the word Elohim, which is plural for the term God, that comes out of the Hebraic term that is a feminine pronoun, it means when you translate it into English, we always use male, but depending upon the situation, sometimes God has a feminine principle and sometimes God has a male principle, but we are always framing God one way, limiting who God can be. So I guess God has a trans nature because God, in the words of our ancestors, is a mother to the motherless and a father to the fatherless, a God who can transport, translate, transition, and transform. I guess God has some trans particular proclivities.
I used to go to liberal churches just to critique them, but I've never seen anything like that. So, I mean, is there anything more nauseating than this nonstop virtue signaling? So, I'm filming this the weekend of the hands-off protests all across America. And I want to show you a video clip. It just reminds me of when they toppled the Saddam statue and people took their sandals off and they were hitting the statue with their sandals because in that culture, you know, doing something with your feet to somebody else is very demeaning because your feet are dirty. And so there's this hands-off rally where people are taking shoes and throwing it at pictures of Musk while wearing the Palestinian scarf. It starts with a K. I don't even know how to say the word. It's just, you know, what are we doing here?
Coming to the streets because they are intimidated. We, the movement in the United States.
Right. There's a lot of Palestinian flags at that rally. And there's a bunch of guys driving up on a bus right now from Atlanta to Washington, D.C., a chartered bus. Who's paying for it? I'll show you a list right here of some of the people that I found out that are paying for some of this, sponsoring it. But it's your tax dollars paying for it. I can't say everybody on this bus is just clueless because I'm sure some people are like, yeah, I'll go to D.C. You're going to pay me to go to D.C., go on a field trip, go to some museums, and then we'll come back. You know, all day I'll do that. But you got to chant. We're going to give you a script. And you got to read the script. And you got to say the chants. That's all right, whatever. I'll do whatever. As long as I got my MD 2020 for the trip, I'm good to go, bro. Double dipping. I'm getting paid by the man, and I'm getting paid by the man. Watch this clip. I apologize in advance for how cringy it is. I mean, I might let the lady after this video describe what she thinks of these people. Matter of fact, I guarantee she's going to make another cameo.
People united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Long live Palestine! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free!
This is the most stupid group of people I ever seen.
Told you that was cringy, man. Told you. Could you imagine being that one guy on the bus who's like, what a bunch of idiots, you know, but he's got to play along just for the free trip. But I tell you, man, there's so many things that are infuriating about these people, and I'm going to touch upon another one. But the reason I'm wearing this hat, the reason I bought this hat is because I'm not trying to brag, but I own a lot of Tesla stock, and I'm bleeding to death on this Tesla stock. I'm holding on to this tree because it's my hope and faith in Elon and his capabilities and his technological ability and his genius that it's going to turn into between a $3 and a $30 trillion company in the future, literally, with the AGI, the AI, the automated FSD, and who knows what else is going to come. So, but I work hard for my money, and I've had to pay taxes. My daughter's 20, she's had to pay taxes. I don't understand it. She got some money back this year because she's going to college now, so that's tuition reimbursement. And I used to get back, I think, $1,000, maybe it was $500, between $500 and $1,000 child tax credit. But these illegals are getting $7,000 a child for tax credit, and they never even paid into the taxes. And these people are protesting Elon Musk and citizen journalists for exposing this stuff. I mean, legacy media is dead. They're just dinosaurs. It's the civilian population that is exposing everything that's going on right now. So is it Hewlett Packard or it's Jackson Hewitt, the tax company? They help you do your taxes. They go from shelter to shelter to shelter in New York, helping these people do their taxes, giving them the paperwork, saying, you got 3 kids? If you're not infuriated by this next clip, you don't have a job.
This stuff like this, like at all the shelters and stuff.
But like our company, this is why we try to help people by, providing them with refunds,
This is Savannah Hernandez in front of the Roosevelt Hotel in New York City. Now, we wanted to come check in on the migrant crisis, and as we were walking around, we saw a Jackson Hewitt table out here with an employee who was handing out this flyer. Now, what this flyer says is, working or not, file your taxes, and we can get the maximum refund for your family. And the paper says that if you have 1 child, you can get over $7,000 in a refund, and if you have up to 3 children, you can get over $14,000. So the Jackson Hewitt employee who initially handed me this paper, after finding out I was a journalist, took the paper away. That's why this one's so dirty, because a migrant ended up giving me another copy, and he stated that if he's put on camera and this goes out, that legal will have to get involved.
We do this stuff like this, like at all the shelters and stuff.
But like our company, this is why we try to help people by, providing them with refunds,
So you guys are trying to help the migrants with their taxes then, to help them get refunds, help them get some money back from the government?
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, we're just going to go try to talk to them.
Can't put my footage.
Can we take one of your papers, though, just so we can kind of... Thank you.
Actually, you should just take this one, because this one has my office information, and so therefore legal would have to get involved. So that's
okay. So just wanted to give you guys an idea of, again, what migrants have been told in New York City. Now that tax season is coming up,
Could you imagine $14,000 tax return? People who never paid a dime, live for free, high-end hotels, free food, free phone, buku money on your debit card. It's our money. It's our children's money. It's insane. I got 2 more clips. One, I'm going to close with the bullet that we dodged. But the one before that is these kids. They get a cell phone, they walk up to you, they stick a camera in your face, and they start filming you. And doesn't always work out the way they plan it. Representative Tim Burkett of Tennessee put this snot-nosed punk in his place. And that kid, man, I mean, I've been put down like that before, but never on video. This poor guy, he's never going to recover. It's Hot Pocket for the rest of his life. That's his nickname.
Congressman Perry, do you trust Trump's national security team to keep our war plans top secret?
Do you trust your mother every night to fix your Hot Pockets and make sure your Game Boy is turned on?
Do you trust your mother to fix your Hot Pocket and make sure your Game Boy is turned on? And the guy was like, dang. I think he even called him by the wrong name too. So, yeah, that was a happy ending, man. And now, I want to show you what we could have had. What we could have had for the next 4 years. But thank God, Donald Trump smoked her like a bag of dope. Booyah!
We did it, Joe. You're gonna be the next president of the United States.
I don't know what's wrong with you young people. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You exist in the context of all in which you live and what came before you.
Ukraine is a country in Europe. It exists next to another country called Russia. Russia is a bigger country. Russia is a powerful country. Russia decided to invade a smaller country called Ukraine. So Basically, that's wrong.
Who doesn't love a yellow school bus, right? Can you raise your hand if you love a yellow school bus, right? Just, there's something about the, and most of us, many of us went to school on the yellow school bus. I was on the bus, oh, round and round. Imagine what can be and be unburdened by what has been, you know? What can be unburdened by what has been. 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 What can be unburdened by what